to our regular March 18th board meeting. If you would, at this time, we will stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. First up is approval of our agenda tonight. So I need a motion to approve our agenda.
Madam Chair, I make a motion to approve the agenda presented for March 18th, 2026.
A motion has been made by Mr. Folks, seconded by Dr. Hodges. Are there any questions? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Next up, approval of minutes from February the 17th. We need a motion to approve those minutes.
Madam Chairman, I make the motion to approve the minutes as presented for February 17th, 2026.
Do we have a second? Motion has been made by Ms. Jenny Enfinger, seconded by Mr. Folk to approve the February 17th minutes. Are there any questions? All in favor? Aye. Next up is Ms. Smoke. Did we have any correspondence or public forum?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. Special recognition, February Everyday Heroes.
Good evening, Chairman, members of the board, Superintendent Beckwith, and distinguished guests. Dorchester School District 4 is proud to continue its Everyday Hero Employee Recognition Program, an initiative that honors employees whose daily work plays a vital role in the success of our schools. This program recognizes individuals who consistently serve students and staff with care, professionalism, and commitment, often behind the scenes. Each everyday hero receives a certificate of appreciation and a commemorative coin from the superintendent as a token of the district's gratitude. Tonight, we are proud to recognize 2 February Everyday Heroes. We begin with Coach Eddie Ford, history teacher and head football coach at Woodland High School. Coach Ford was nominated by several district administrators who shared their appreciation for his dedication to the students and staff of Dorchester School District 4. At Woodland High School, Coach Ford serves as both a history teacher and the head football coach, but his impact reaches far beyond the classroom and the football field. In addition to teaching and coaching, Coach Ford drives a yellow school bus in the afternoons and frequently volunteers to drive buses for field trips and other athletic teams across the district. He also coaches and drives for the Dorchester School District 4 Unified Sports Program, helping ensure that students have the opportunity to compete and experience the joy of athletics. During school events, the athletic contests, Coach Ford can be found helping in the concession stands and stepping in wherever is needed. Beyond the field, Coach Ford invests deeply in the future of his student athletes. He works closely with players and their families to help them pursue opportunities to play football at the college level while continuing their educational journey. Those who nominated him shared that Coach Ford always makes sure students have what they need to succeed. He builds strong relationships, encourages hard work, and models the kind of character and commitment that leaves a lasting impact. What makes his dedication even more remarkable is that Coach Ford drives from Barnwell each day to teach and coach at Woodland High School. His willingness to go the extra mile quite literally reflects his passion for the work he does and the students he serves. Coach Ford, thank you for your leadership, your service, and your countless ways to support the students and staff of Dorchester School District 4. Congratulations.
We all started our day in Charleston today. We've been up and down 26. I was wondering if you're gonna make it.
Next, we proudly recognize Ms. Tiffany Strongmore, Special Revenue Accountant in Dorchester School District 4's Finance Department. Ms. Strongmore was nominated by Chief Finance Officer Ms. Penny Hutto, sorry, Ms. Penny. Ms. Penny Hutto, who shared the following. I am honored to nominate Tiffany Moore for the Everyday Hero Award as our Special Revenue Accountant. Tiffany demonstrates exceptional dedication, integrity, and an unwavering commitment to support the financial health of our district. Much of her work happens quietly behind the scenes, but its impact is significant, touching every school program and department that relies on accurate funding and compliance. Tiffany manages a complex portfolio and grants a special revenue sources with remarkable precision. Her careful attention to detail ensures our programs remain compliant and our expenditures accurately tracked, and our district fully equipped to maximize every dollar available to benefit students. What truly sets Tiffany apart is not only her skill, but the friendly and helpful personality she brings to her role. She is approachable, warm, and never too busy to assist in any way. Though she does not seek recognition, Tiffany consistently goes above and beyond. She works diligently in the background to prevent issues before they arise, ensures processes run smoothly, and contributes to workplaces where others feel supported and valued. For her exceptional work ethic, her behind-the-scenes leadership, and the kindness and professionalism she shows each day, Tiffany is truly an everyday hero. Ms. Strongmore's commitment, professionalism, and quiet leadership helps ensure that Dorchester School District 4 continues to serve students well. Congratulations, Ms. Strongmore.
Make sure you get a picture with the whole crew down there.
Tonight's honorees remind us that strong schools are built by people who show up every day with heart, purpose, and a willingness to serve beyond their job description. To our February Everyday Heroes, thank you for the difference you make for our students, our schools, and our district. Mr. Lakin will be in the back for photos if you guys would like with your guests. Thank you.
Good job, Ms. Bryant.
Thank you.
And so, congratulations to our everyday heroes, Ms. Moore and Coach Ford, just really incredible people. And if you know them, as is said in the statement, never seeking attention. This kind of stuff probably makes them very uncomfortable because they never want to be in the spotlight, but they do tremendous work, and they just come and do what they need to do, and they, you know, it's all for the betterment of our programs and our students. So thank you very much to them. The next thing we have a very special presentation, and I'm gonna have, I know we had a couple other visitors show up, but Miss Sloan Strauss, I'm gonna have you come up and you can introduce your other friends that have joined us tonight. But the Junior Service League has worked with Dorchester School District 2 and 4 over the last few years. And they have been kind enough to join us up here in St. George this year. And not that they haven't provided financial support to us, but they are delivering in person this year, and we are so thrilled. So I'm going to turn it over to you, and you can just say a little bit, but we certainly do appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so much for having us. As mentioned, my name is Sloan Strauss. I'm the current president of the Junior Service League of Somerville, and I'm here with our president-elect, Lauren Van Damme, and our treasurer, Hannah Smith-Waite. We'd really like to thank Penny for inviting us up here today. To our knowledge, we've never come up and presented the check, so to us, it really makes sense to come up here, and we're really excited that the DD2 Foundation kind of connected us with Penny to make things more efficient, and I'm all about efficiency, so I'm happy to be here. But for those of you who are unfamiliar with the Junior Service League of Somerville, we were founded in 1988 by a group of extraordinary women with a passion for making Somerville shine. And that mission remains just as true and is evident 38 years later. We are dedicated to uplifting our community through hands-on volunteer work and spirited fundraising. I'm proud to stand here today alongside Hannah and Lauren to present a check for $17,775, which will be shared among the DD2 and DD4 schools, with each school receiving $555. This gift is made possible through our fall events, Scarecrows on the Square, Christmas Trees on the Square, and PJs with Santa, all held annually on Hutchinson Square in downtown Somerville during the fall and early winter months. These events would not be possible without the dedication of our members, especially the event chairs. Also, the incredible Somerville community who shows up year after year in anticipation of our events, despite the inclement weather, which we really experienced this year during our events. At the heart of everything we do is a simple belief: when women come together with purpose, meaningful change happens. The funds presented tonight represent countless volunteer hours, late night planning meetings, early morning setups, and late night cleanups on Hutchinson Square, but also a whole lot of heart. It is an honor to support DD4 schools and the students, teachers, and families you serve each day. We believe deeply in investing in our community's future, which is sitting right there in your classrooms. Thank you for allowing us to partner with you and inviting us up here to St. George today. We'd love to come back again next year with our events. And thank you for the work you do every single day for the children in the school systems. We are proud to present this check and look forward to continue to making our schools shine together.
Stepping down and passing it along.
Yes, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much. Well, we sure thank them for that donation, and I hope all of you went during Christmas and around Halloween, y'all go down and see those decorations, because it's really something to see. Thank you, ladies, for coming. We'll see you
Take
next
care.
year. It's not on the agenda, but I'm gonna throw this out there. Yesterday, Margaret Bailey, which is our RMC person at the courthouse, called me. Every year, the Kiwanis of Somerville purchases dictionaries for our third graders, all of our third graders in the school. So, Ms. Mims, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. I'll be bringing yours, and Clay Hill, and of course, Harleyville. But the dictionaries are phenomenal. And because they've included things in there like the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, a lot of history. And I remember Ms. Mims told me, I think it was last year, year before, when she handed one to one of her third graders, a little boy, he looked at it and he went to hand it back to her, and she said, "No, that's yours." He was so happy that he was given that dictionary. So I thanked Margaret yesterday, and we will send something to the Kiwanis, but I just want to mention that they're in the trunk of my car, and I will deliver them tomorrow. So thank you. All right, where are we? Finance, Ms. Penny?
Good evening.
Good evening.
First, you have your board report in your packet. If y'all have any questions about that.
Any questions on your finance report? No, ma'am. Great job.
The next thing on the agenda is the 26 amended budget. We do an amended budget every year. And basically, let me get my right thing. It's just to align the expenses with the revenue, and then oftentimes we get additional revenue throughout the year, so we just like to update that, adjust the categories based on the spending trends, and present revised budget for the board. And so, yep, you can go past that one. Okay, so this is just a graph of showing the expenditure trends. You can see from 24 to 26 how everything is just inflated. And then the next slide is just by object type, how those expenses have occurred. The majority of them, obviously, is salaries and fringe. That is the bulk of our budget. The rest of them, purchase services and supplies. And then this is where the bulk of the changes came in for the amended budget. We had purchase services increases of $365,862, supply increases of $255,463. Fringe benefits was an increase of $127,000. Dues and fees increased $44,379, and transfers increased by $20,000. There were some minor adjustments to salaries and capital. And then this slide represents the original revenue that was budgeted and the original expenses that were budgeted, and then the amended revenue and the amended expenditures with a deficit of $216,427. And basically that is the stipend that you guys approved at Christmas. So that was the stipend and the fringe that correlated with that. And we agreed or voted that we could use fund balance for that. So that's why it's not balanced. And with that, we'll just take a vote.
Board members, this is an action item. We do need to vote on this amended budget tonight.
Make the motion that we approve the fiscal year 26 amended general fund budget as presented.
Do we have a second? We have a motion made by Ms. Jenny Infinger, seconded by Dr. Hodges. Are there any questions? All in favor, please say aye. Raise your hand. It's unanimous. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank
Penny,
you.
we have an amended budget.
We have an amended budget. So now we're going to go to the first reading of the 27 budget. Okay, so this is the first reading of our 27 proposed budget. The first slide is the revenue allocations. And if you flip the page, the next slide, it gives you a summary by revenue source, and that is much easier to understand. So the local revenue proposed right now is $19,007,566. The intergovernmental is $3,000. The state allocation that we actually received yesterday morning is $18,685,028, and then the transfers is $1.9 million, for a total of $39,645,255. That is an increase over our amended budget of $1,115,000. The next slide is a reconciliation of giving our teachers, our certified teachers, a $1,275 increase. The governor has mandated $2,000 per cell if you haven't reached the state minimum salary scale. We've met this teacher salary scale. We're a little bit above. So to meet the $2,000 requirement, we must increase it $1,275 per cell. And that would, the total with fringe and salary would be $378,982. And then the step increase would be $193,229. We're calculating a increase percentage for classified. We're still working on that. We have bits and pieces of information that we have to piece together at this early in the game. So that's what we're doing. We're just, so the next slide is the $2,000 reconciliation, and that would cost the district with salary and fringe $594,477. The step increase for that would be $193,000. And then again, the increase for the classified that we're still working through. The next slide is just a summary of what that teacher reconciliation looks like. And the state allocated $76,919 for the mandate that's gonna cost us $600,000. They gave us 70, so 76,000. So we're figuring it out. So the next slide. So option A, the projected revenue is $39,645,255 for option A and B. Option A expenditures would be $40 million, I don't know why I keep saying thousand, $552,311. Option B would be $40,767,806. Each giving us a deficit with what revenue we have on record as of right now. So the next slide is our millage rate. Right now, we received a 6.6 mill increase in operational millage for 26. So we're currently at 211.6. The value of a mill currently in 25 was $66,120. So we continue to wait for additional information to finish the budget. We, once we have that, we'll be able to dial in on more specifics than what we have right now and decide if we're gonna ask for a millage increase. So our fund balance is healthy. We have as of June 30th of 25, we have $7,297,540. That is 19.56% of our 25 expenditures. GFOA recommends 16.7%, so we're at 19.56, so we're healthy. The state only requires 8.33%, and that's 1 month of expenditure, so we currently are 2.35 months of expenditures in our fund balance. So, and then the next slide is just the budget calendar. The only thing that changed on that is I do have the date of the county meeting where we go over and meet with them, and that is on Thursday, April 26th at 9 a.m. And Mr. Beckwith and I will be going over next Thursday morning for a pre-meeting before the meeting with Mr. Ward, so just to kind of get a heads up on what we'll be asking for. So I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions, board members?
Ms. Hutto and her team's done a good job with,
Yes.
there's a lot of unknowns still. And, some things that are unknowns, but we know. But nothing's really concrete until bills get passed and those types of things. But as revenue's coming in, FELA money's coming in, we're hoping to have a much clearer picture come the next reading for y'all. And, but as it comes in, we try to get it over to you. So I know Ms. Hutto's been stressed not being able to have as much information as we would like to have, but where we are.
It's not your fault.
They require us to report, but we don't have what we need to report, so anyway, it's interesting.
It is.
But
State
you don't have any
mandates.
questions?
Any questions, board members?
No? Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Hutto.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Cribb.
You're welcome.
Facilities and operations.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Saying good evening with light coming in through the windows there and the sun out. I'm going to provide a Operation and Facilities Department update. On the facility side, we're working on finalizing spring break projects, which is going to be action-packed. Project highlights include replacing interactive display panels and 8 windows at Harleyville Elementary School, installation of the plumbing infrastructure for the boardroom restrooms out here, which will be nice one day, epoxy flooring, putting down in the kitchen of Williams Memorial Elementary School. That's getting ahead of this summer when we have to do the kitchen replacement, kitchen equipment replacement. Woodland High School band room will have new equipment storage. That's exciting. And various other projects going on, and that's being updated day to day. St. George campus right here, we had a public surplus auction on Saturday, March 7th. That went very well. We got rid of a lot of decommissioned kitchen equipment, and all that is to make space for more kitchen equipment to be brought in this summer, and we'll look at fall for another auction here. Energy management, I'm currently working on a large district project with Dominion Energy and Harris Integrated, which is our management system for our HVAC. And I'll update that as we progress and I get the ROIs in, but that could definitely bring down our energy bills and our GOF funds from month to month, so that's exciting. Emergency preparedness, DD4, Dorchester County Emergency Management surrounding first responders will hold a full-scale active shooter exercise at Williams Memorial Elementary School on July 22nd. I actually met at one of our reunification sites today with Dorchester County Emergency Management in preparation for a reunification training also this summer, and that'll be announced to our staff when that's planned. Technology department, technology is currently working on rollout of Magic AI. So they're testing with staff at this time with the anticipated rollout in July. And what that does is it streamlines AI usage. So we'll all be using the same type AI, and it's stricter for students and everything. Because right now there's multiple things going around, and cybersecurity is, top of mind with technology. Technology has also implemented a new email filtering system designed to reduce unnecessary spam, because we get a ton of that, and also to block malicious emails that come through. This enhancement will improve overall email security and reduce our potential threats for a cyber attack. Another round of Chromebooks, they actually were, I think, received yesterday. So that's phase 2 of our new Chromebook rollout. We got those in, and technology's working on sending all that out this summer, taking all the old Chromebooks back, doing asset management on those, and rolling the new ones out. So we'll be good for a few years on Chromebooks after we finish phase 2. Food Nutrition Services, the Food Nutrition Department annual visit was postponed. So it was originally for March 5th. It's now Thursday, March 26th. And during this visit, they'll go to Clay Hill Elementary and they'll review the current breakfast and lunch menus, after-school snack program, and procedures used for reimbursement. They also observe our overall food preparation and meal service operations. And equipment update, like I said, excess and outdated equipment has been removed for Clay Hill and Williams at this time, anticipating for the year-end renovations. So we're trying to get ahead as much as we can on that to have a quick turnaround. Transportation, the electric bus fleet. So now we've officially received all 8 electric buses, and they're all now in daily operation. So that's a good thing. We had problems with one of them that was out of service for a while. Phase 1 of the new electronic field trip request and trip billing system has been implemented with athletics and the Exceptional Children Department. Phase 2 of this pilot implementation will be with Williams Memorial Elementary, and that's all part of streamlining processes that get out of manual paperwork. So all that is good. And as always, there's lists and updates on capital projects. That's not all of them, but that's a lot of them. And then our assessment on the back for future projects and a work order summary. Any questions?
Any questions for me? No, sir. Y'all doing a great job.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Policy update, Mr. Beckwith.
All right, policy update. So we were excited to receive, I think last week or the week before, Neffy kits. Those Neffy kits replace or work alongside the epinephrine pens. The Neffy kits are a nasal administration instead of having the shot, which I think a lot of people would prefer the nasal administration. But because of that and having that in our buildings or in our district, in order to push it out and have it in our clinics, we need to make sure the policy is updated to reflect having those in our buildings. And so all we have here is an amendment to the current policies to go ahead. One of them talks about the policy, the other one talks about storage of the medication. But the goal is to get these medications in the buildings as soon as we possibly can. And so the request is that we lift policy BGD so we can do a 1 read of this and we can start pushing this medication out into our schools. Otherwise, by the time we go into April and push them out, it's going to be summertime. And anytime we have something like this, we'd like to have it in our schools as soon as possible.
What we need to do first is take a motion to suspend the policy BGD, board policy process that says we have 2 readings of any policy so that we can go ahead and vote on this important policy tonight in 1 reading and get this medication where it needs to go. So at this time, I need a motion from the board to do that.
Madam Chair, I make a motion to adopt policies motion to suspend policy board policy process, board review of administrative rules to allow approval of the first and final readings of policies JLCDB and JLCDB/R.
All right, do we have a second on that? Dr. Hodges. So a motion has been made to suspend the 2 reading rule in BGD so that we allow us to make a motion to adopt this new policy tonight. So a motion has been made by Mr. Folk, seconded by Dr. Hodges. Are there any questions? All in favor? Aye. All right, and now we will need a motion to adopt this.
Madam Chair, I make a motion to adopt policies JLCDB and JLCDB/R, use of life-saving medications as presented.
Do we have a second? Motion has been made by Mr. Folks, seconded by Dr. Hodges, to adopt policy JLCDB and JLCDB-R. Mr. Folk has made the motion, seconded by Dr. Hodges. Are there any questions? All in favor? Aye. Okay, so that has been adopted for that medication policy. Now, we need one more motion.
Motion to reinstate policy BG and BGD.
Motion has been made by Mr. Folk. Do we have a second? Second. Dr. Hodges. Motion made by Mr. Folk, seconded by Dr. Hodges to reinstate policy BGD. Are there any questions? All in favor? Aye. Okay. We got it.
Nothing to it.
Nothing to it.
Thank you all very much.
Very important policy.
Absolutely. Going into the superintendent's report, we have a first item is an out-of-state field trip. This is for June 2nd to June, make sure I got the right one, June 2nd to June 6th. It is for 2 students in our ag program to go to Washington, D.C. for a leadership conference. I actually saw these 2 students just before coming over here to this meeting. We have a lot of great students, and these are 2 of them, and they will represent the high school, and they will represent the district extremely well, and have an opportunity to grow their leadership skills, network with a lot of other leaders across the country, and just a great opportunity. And both of our ag teachers from the middle school, the one from the middle school, one from the high school, will be attending that field trip with them. So because it's overnight and out of state, it needs board approval.
Could we get a motion to approve the out-of-state
Madam
field
Chair,
trip?
make a motion to approve the out-of-state field trip for the 2026 FFA Washington Leadership Conference as presented.
Do we have a second? Second. Dr. Hodges, okay. Motion has been made by Mr. Folk, seconded by Dr. Hodges, to approve the out-of-state field trip for the FFA going to Washington. Are there any questions? All in favor? Aye. Okay, it has been approved.
They appreciate it, and thank you. Next item that we have is summer work schedule. We are getting to that time. Time is flying. So every year, we work an abbreviated work week during the summer. We work a Monday to Thursday with Fridays off. We work from 7:30 to 5 o'clock each day. So this is requesting permission to do that. You can see on the paperwork in front of you the weeks that this will take place, starting the week of June 8th and ending the week of July 13th, because we do come back early, and we want to make sure that last week before teachers and staff come back that we have everybody in the district full-time. Now, a couple items with that. One is not listed on here, but we are looking at giving everybody July 2nd off. That'll be that Thursday, right before that July 4th weekend. I think most people, or a lot of people, probably take that day off anyway to start vacations and start getting on the road, going where they need to go. So we would like to make that close the district and make it a day off for the whole district. Additionally, we are looking at the potential, we still have to work through some details, of doing 2 days during the summer where staff members can work from home. This is a practice in most districts, just to show some appreciation and some flexibility in scheduling. So we would work those schedules out. It would require every department to still have somebody present every single day. Every school would have somebody present every single day. It wouldn't change operations across the district. but does allow some flexibility and shows some appreciation for what people are doing. And so we would just, this is a motion item, and we would just need your approval to go ahead and get this pushed out to everybody.
Well, we certainly do appreciate what everybody does, but I can't imagine anybody not wanting to work on July the 2nd. I mean, I just can't imagine. But anyway, you're right, Mr. Beckwith. We do appreciate them, and sounds like y'all have got this all worked out, so we're very glad to help our staff. So at this time, we do need a motion.
Make a motion to approve the summer work schedule.
Do we have a second? Second. Motion has been made by Mr. Folks, seconded by Dr. Hodges, to approve the summer work schedule as presented. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. It has been approved.
Thank you very much. And then on that same document, you can see the work schedule for staff members next year, depending on their contract. So you can see their start and end dates. That's just information for you. We have one every year, but wanted it to be in your hands so you could be aware.
Thank you.
Next thing we have, we've been meeting with the teacher forum, and one of the big requests of the teacher forum, which is a collection of our previous and current teachers of the year from each of our schools. And one of the pieces and questions that I get often is about the opportunity to have early release days throughout the year. I know it's been a practice in the district for many years. And more recently, it's been, we've had them, but they're a little bit more scattered. One of the big pushes from the State Department with letters training for our elementary teachers has tied up a lot of that time. But the teacher forum has requested that we have 3 early release days in the fall semester and 3 in the spring semester. You can see where they've been placed on that calendar. It is the last Wednesday of August, September, October, and then the last Wednesday of January, February, and April. You know, one of the things that we've been trying to do a little bit more of is pulling teachers and having teachers collaborate and work together. Because of the lack of early release days, we're having to get substitutes and pull teachers out of the classroom. The substitutes obviously cost money, and pulling teachers out of the classroom is lost instructional time. So when we look at it, we see a lot of benefit in it. I did talk to the teacher forum about making sure these 6 days are highly productive days, because we understand, I understand, we all understand the impact that it has on our families, especially our elementary schools and our elementary families. So it's important that we're transparent and we can show the work that we're doing during that time. But we think it'll be a huge bonus for us instructionally moving forward. And so as a piece of that, I just want to add on there, I just got off, Dr. Sanders just got off the phone with the State Department before this meeting. We did have no school this past Monday. We didn't make it an e-learning day because we didn't have the material home for our students. However, we do need to make that day up. May 29th, it is the last day for students, and it's a half day for students. The State Department has approved that we just make that a full day for students instead of a half day, and that'll take care of that missed day on Monday. So we're not adding any additional days, it just changes that May 29th from a half day to a full day. I think it's the least painful thing that we can do to make that day up. So, but we would need approval on the early release days, if you approve of that, and then that May 29th half day to full day. That'd require a motion.
We do need a motion to approve the early release days and change May 29th to a full day.
Chair, make a motion, we approve the early release day for 26 and 27, and makeup day on May 29th.
Do we have a second? Second. Motion has been made by Mr. Folks, seconded by Dr. Hodges, to accept the early release days for 26, 27, and change Monday, May 29th from a half a day to a full day. Is there any questions? All in favor? Aye. It is approved.
Thank you. The next item on here is district retreat. This is for you all to just have it on your calendar. Okay. We are looking at July 8th. We do not have an agenda. We just wanted to get the date on the calendar because we know how summer calendars get filled up pretty quick. We are working with the attorneys to have them come in, do a session with us. It will be principals, it will be district level staff, and we'd like to have board members there as well. So we will share more details about that, but the biggest thing is just getting it on your calendar as soon as possible. And then the last thing, this is just a really quick update, capital projects. On Monday, Mr. Martin and I have been talking about just some of this growth that we're getting ready to take on, especially down in that Ridgeville portion of the county, or of the district. And we met to talk about portables as we transition into a new school potentially down there. And we are looking at a lot of different options as far as funding that. There's always, the obvious bond referendum, but we're trying to limit any impact on our taxpayers and our community. We've looked at some penny sales tax stuff, and we have looked at impact fees. And so that's just out there for you all to know. We're continuing to work on that. We are working with our neighbors in Dorchester too with this stuff as well. We're kind of all in the same boat on this. So as we have updates on kind of the next steps moving forward as far as supporting growth in our district, we will keep you all apprised.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's all I've got.
Okay. Well, at this time, we appreciate all of you coming. We appreciate all the hard work that everyone's doing. And at this time, the board will take a motion to go in executive session, and we'll come back out, and if there's any action taken, we will vote in public. And you're welcome to stay around. And at this time, we do need a motion for executive session.
Make a motion that we go into executive session.
Do we have a second? Motion has been made by Ms. Jenny Enfinger, seconded by Dr. Hodges to go in executive session. All in favor? The board is in executive session. Okay, the board went into executive session to discuss personnel matters, and we came out with this action.
Madam Chairperson, I move that we accept the classified new hire personnel report as presented.
Okay, do we Folk? Okay. Motion has been made by Ms. Jenny Enfinger, seconded by Mr. Folk to approve the personnel report. All in favor? Okay, it is unanimous.
Madam Chairperson, I move that we accept the resignations of certified and classified personnel report as presented.
Do we have a second? Motion has been made by Ms. Jenny Enfinger, seconded by Dr. Hodges for the resignation report is given to us. Any questions? All in favor? It is approved. There was no legal matters to discuss, so at this time, we just need one more motion. Motion to adjourn. Do we have a second? All right. The meeting is adjourned.